Well, good morning. Here's another sunrise video. So I went to the Phantom invited dress rehearsal last night. Oh my God. Guys, it was really special to be there, to just welcome Phantom back. It feels like Broadway's actually back again. The show looks great. It looks shiny and crisp and fresh, which it didn't after 32 years. It really looks opulent. Now, it is such a tourist trap, yes, but there's a reason it's still there, you know? What can I say? I mean, everything's been polished, and I know the costumes have been really worked on because they needed to be. So it really was amazing. That first minute when the chandelier comes to life, it's freaking magic. And it was gorgeous. Really gorgeous. And the company right now is crisp and fresh, and they're in great voice, and everything sounds just really wonderful. So they've done some redirecting. Now, you have to remember that the original director, Hal Prince, the man who has more Tony Awards than there are Tonys in the Mafia, passed away last year. So, but over time, there's been like associate directors and company directors around the globe of Phantom. So somebody else is in charge of his work now, and they really did redo some things and revisit some things. They've changed some lyrics, they've changed blocking, they've added this, added that, choreography too. Gillian Lynn, who choreographed both Phantom and Cats, just say those two things together and go buy yourself another mansion. She passed away as well a while back, so there's been somebody else keeping track of. So they did dither and change and fix, and I mean that kind of happens. Somebody's got to put their fingers on it and make it, put their thumbprint. So for good or for bad, there were scenes now in Phantom where those people didn't used to be busying in the background over there, and okay. And from somebody I know in the company, it's like people were kind of told in rehearsal, just mill around, do what you like. The dancers are trying to dance there. Oh, if you're in their way, they'll move. I mean, it just organically. Yeah, And I'm sure the dancers and the actors went aside and went, listen, I'm going to cross here. Okay, great, because I got to do a high kick over here, so don't come over there now because I'll kill you. They worked it out on their own. But anyways, for all those things, it looks fresh and okay. Then once you get past all of that, though, welp, it's Phantom of the Opera. It's Phantom of the Opera. So the show, honeys, it's never been a good show. It's got some great stagecraft, and some of the moments are like, well, that's great fun technology from 35 years ago when it premiered in London, like smash, flaming flames and blackout. You're like, okay. Wow, scary. The chandelier still falls when it crashes at the end of Act 1. Slower. When I worked there, we used to say in the wings, or at least I did, look out! You have 4 minutes to get out from under that falling thing! Because if they let it rip, it would literally rip the ceiling out of the theater. So now, go! Ah! Blackout. Okay. But then you get to the top of Act 2 in Masquerade, and that scene is just, again, here we go. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. The costumes look great. The lyrics are dreadful. But, I mean, it's just, here's your Broadway magic for you. So now, back to just Phantom itself, though. So wait a minute, let me see if I've got this right. There's this hideously scarred man who lives across a lake under an opera house. First of all, there's a lake under the opera house. I'm sure that's not causing any sinus issues for the opera singers at all. He lives across the lake under the opera house. Everybody knows he lives there. He sends notes to them all the time that are delivered by creepy ballet mistress Madame Giry, but no one's questioning her on where the fuck is he? Where are you getting the notes? Bring me to him now. No one's doing that. They're all just scared, and they pay him an annual salary, a monthly salary to live downstairs and not kill them all. What? What? And he's been stalking this girl, Christine, looking through her dressing room mirror, which is somehow a two-way mirror that you can get through the other side of, and then kidnaps her at some point. How romantic. What? And then when it comes down to, like, he's going to kill us all, Christine, tell us how to get through his mirror. No, she didn't do that. Everyone just cowers in fear and sends him more money to, please don't kill all of us. Please don't break more chandeliers. It's crazy. Wait, what? And then there's the whole side of it where he's also somehow magic. He's a mortal man. We say this. He's a man who was in a freak show. He was born scarred. And when you look at the makeup, he's got like exposed skull and stuff. Things that are like, yeah, no. Nobody would have that. You'd be in agony all the time or dead. It's, what? He's magic. Somehow, when he says to Carlotta, the diva of the company, who like, you're not going to sing that role because if you do, a disaster will happen. And on stage, she starts croaking like a toad. How did he do that? How did he do that to her? I don't know, but he did. Crazy town. He runs around hanging people. What other magical things does he do? He can make a player piano suddenly play gong 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 in Managers 2. That's not Managers 2. That's Sitzprobe in Act 2. Oh, never mind. I'm talking too fast. He does magical things. He's a mortal man who can like throw flames and things. Like, okay. So there's problems all over the show itself. And ultimately, it is a stalker story. It's not romantic. He's kidnapping this girl. She has a love interest now who's like, and she's like, let's get out of here. And there's someone like, no, wait. Sing this one more show. We'll lock all the doors and we'll trap him and kill him, finally. Because they've also left the opera box number 5 empty for his use at all times. No one's ever decided to go up there during the show and get him. Years later, it's, And in Masquerade, the big party's going on, and then he comes down the stairs as the Red Death. It's a classic, wonderful moment. That poor guy. Oh, here's the thing. The Phantom's voice during that and a lot of other sections when he's off stage are pre-recorded. So in Red Death, he's got the skull mask on. You can't hear him. So that's all, why so silent, good monsieur? He's pre-recorded. There used to be a Phantom. I'm not going to name names, who used to come down the stairs during that because he was pre-recorded inside the mask while he's moving his mouth. He'd be going like, meh, 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 to the cast, making noises at them because he could. Okay. And the whole company, here he comes. The whole company's on stage going, and backing up. Somebody tackle his ass. I used to say if I was going to get fired from Phantom, every show I've ever worked on, I've had my exit strategy. If I'm going to get fired magnificently, here's how it's going to go down. And on Phantom, it was going to be me racing in from the wings and tackling his ass. I got him. Solved the problem. Show's over. Didn't happen. So they just stand there like idiots. Crazy. Back to those Masquerade stairs. There are mannequins on the stairs to fill out the picture. Cheating, these mannequins in costumes. Now, I might have told you this. Somebody went back into the show having not been in for a while. She was going into a different track, and no rehearsal, of course. Just in Masquerade, if you're not on the right stair, ask somebody. They'll tell you to, step up one, step down one, tell you you're on the stair. She's out there. Masquerade, am I on the right stair? Paper faces up. Am I on the right stair? Masquerade. Am I on the right? She's talking to a mannequin. Anyway. So, yeah, the whole story of Phantom is just... Wait, what? I see holes in your plot. Sure. And at the end, he vanishes again and nobody knows where he went. Murdered several people. Just gone away now again. How romantic. And Christine goes off with Raoul, her love interest. It's all very... Well, it's not okay. Let's put it that way. But the show looks great. Right now. I was also reminded of a million different backstage lines I had. I changed everything. Christine's first big breakthrough number when she becomes the star that she's going to be. Think of me fondly when we say goodbye. Think of me, just think of me, think of me. I see yell backstage, will someone please fucking think of her so we can move on? Think of her. Anyway. Also, there's a point in Act 2, I almost said it out loud like Rocky Horror Show, where the Phantom says, you try my patience. And I would always say, now try the veal. Oh, Billy. 4 years of my life, 8 times a week. You make things up. There was a lyric, they've changed it, but it was he was listening to her far from my far-reaching gaze. I wanted like lavender hands covered in rings to come from the like long arms, far-reaching gaze. I thought that was pretty damned funny. What else? There's somebody, a misconception. Like, who's misconception? There was Miss somebody. I forget what it is now. Anyways, now I'm blathering, and I have to go to work for my last day of the work week on Diana. We're going to be off Saturday, Sunday for the very last time. I hope it is a very long time before I'm off on a Saturday and a Sunday simultaneously. Or simultaneously? Together. I don't know. Anyways, last night was very special. Again, it was very emotional too, knowing that my friend Jennifer wasn't backstage doing this, and I can't call her today and say, "Oh, okay, how's it going?" And catch up with her. It's. She will never not be in the DNA of Phantom to me, and if I talk about that anymore, I'm going to so, start up again. So okay, okay. I'm very lucky. My Broadway life right now. Oh boy. So anyways, there's your Phantom update. Go buy tickets. It looks great right now, so go see it. Okay, bye-bye.